You know what? I just realized I forgot to start my face. It's just been such a wonderful morning, you know, like there's really good afternoon, good evening, how are we doing, boys and girls? I see so many drunk boys and girls. It's funny. It's so funny. Well, see, the interesting thing to me, and I've already noted down those three talking points, is just like um essentially our boy Bojo was trying to our clown Bojo was trying to emulate something that he saw from across the pond, right? And he was desperately trying to hew to that populist, idealist, idealist system where he would just remain in power through subverting the system and by just being, you know, like refusing to go. But and we've read enough Badget to really know that that simply does not work in a parliamentary system, right? We actually saw quite clearly from who was it? David Davies, I think, who said that he was offered a cabinet position but simply refused to take part. Whereas in American democracy, like quitting your cabinet position doesn't do anything because the president doesn't have to resign, right? But well, I mean, certainly Nixon did, but Nixon was sort of a very special case. Whereas in this particular case, like the party is much more able to simply force the leader out than in a presidential system, right? Because again, the question is, in fixed term democratic institutions, there is really no reason for the party to force a sitting leader out, unless it's, you know, Nixon-esque, and the people who are doing it have, you know, integrity. No, the point remains though, right? Like if Sir Keir had tabled a motion of no confidence, the government was not guaranteed to survive it. Especially Bojo was not guaranteed to survive it, and if he wasn't guaranteed to survive it, then well, you know, like that would have triggered a general election, and it would have essentially been the end of the Conservative Party, at least for that particular era, right? So it's quite obvious to, or it's quite easy to see why it happened. Actually, I don't need to fill this in. What am I even doing? That's right, I'm seeking agency. Anyway, long story short, Bojo's gone. That doesn't mean he's actually gone. He wants to stay on as caretaker, obviously, but we'll see where that actually gets. But for today, what we're doing is we're going to try to build that Minecraft house that I had shown in the past. You guys remember that, right? The one with the quote unquote beach house. With a central swimming pool courtyard. We're going to try to build that. Yes. Well, I was going to talk about the Economist article, but I did schedule that as a tweet for 5 tonight. So you know, you guys can be pleasantly surprised if you don't want to see it. But it's fantastic. I love the Economist. Oh my god! You can tell that magazine has like that journal really does not like Boris Johnson. Oh, what happened to my Twitch connection? Oh my god! Is it back? Oh, okay. The Twitch connection is back. I don't know what it is about the Twitch connection that occasionally just dies. It's completely baffling. Anyway. Okay, let's get this started. Let's see. We will have it facing this direction. We need to take a quick look at the plan. Courtyard. The new MacBook Air is coming out tomorrow. I'm going to get it. Ooh, probably. Yeah, because I've been using the M1 MacBook Air for a while now, and it's rather beaten up. So it might be time for it to go. Those, let's take a wall. That looks. I think we're going to take these back. Yeah, that's nice. And then we want like that. Because granted, in this case, it's that color. Maybe we'll take this. Like we're going for pale colors at this time. So let's try that. Cool. Building. Oh yes, and we do want the top. Oh, will we use the same one? I don't want to use that. There's nothing else that could do it. Dude, that's lucky. Oh, okay. No, go away. Excuse me. Excuse me? No, we're good. Okay. The spirit of Boris. Yeah, you would. You would. Okay. No. We got this. Okay, let's get this started. We're going to have. Is that really all plank? Okay, that is all plank. I'm not going to do the side, the parking garage, because I think that's not really necessary in this case. We're going to just take one more layer off. This layer off. Okay, and then we'll fill this. Oh right, we have the snow issue. And the plank must be done via that. Okay, give me 1 second. Let's do a shader pack setting real quick. Was it in post-process? I can't remember where we did the snow. Other. Military style. Snow light, show light levels. No, actually, let's. So where to go? I want to get rid of the snow. Was it in world? Snow moving. Let's go. There we go. Oh, I probably shouldn't have shown light level. You did not warn me. I did not see the warning. Wait. Is this really how it looks like without the... I feel like it looks a lot better with this smell. Oh well, too late. Let's see. That many? I feel like this is enough. Okay. That means we will... Oh, that means we don't have enough room for it, do we? We'll give it the old college. Like, this wood doesn't look as nice as it probably needs to, but that's... I'm just doing the decking right now. Oh, actually, this should be... a little bit... Because that's what? That's almost half, right? That's maybe 40% of the length. Is that 40% of the length? That is a little bit above 40%. So those off. Good. We'll leave two of them here. I suppose what we could have done is, oh, hello, Cap. Is move the entire thing back a little bit, but no, this should be good. This should be good. Let's see if I can. This will go all the way to the front of the house. It's not going to look exactly the same for, I think, self-evident reasons, but I think it'll be fine. We're probably going to make the internal sand garden a little bit smaller. And we shall see about the rest. This bloody cow, move. Or I turn you into burgers. You guys better be careful before I turn you into burgers. That's right. Okay, we will take, I think. Oh, okay. No, we'll add two more blocks on this side, which actually means that we did this part. Well, we did square it with the bedtime story sponsors. For obvious reasons, yesterday was a special day, right? So we had a choice of either skipping the bedtime story or Minecraft, and it turns out that they were okay with us sort of postponing the bedtime story after heavy refunds, of course. Yes, well, what are you gonna do, right? That's right, take one for the team. This. I've never taken part in those drinking games, okay? I don't know what you're talking about. I wish... This white. I'm not so sure about this with white. Let's build the rest of the floor plan, and then we can talk about it. Well, I mean, in part, actually, you're right, and in part, that's the whole. I should let me write this down. What timing are we at? We're at 14 minutes. Western. Rather, let's say democracy can seem. How do we say? And that's what is being sold in sort of China and the dictatorships, right? They're essentially claiming, look at all the unrest and hypocrisy that comes out of the West. That is not a system that you want. It doesn't that particular line doesn't actually work quite well, but that is what they're doing, and people like Boris really give them the ammunition to do so, right? By authoritarian regimes, unfortunately, people like Boris give them the to do so. Doesn't mean it works in those societies, because the rest of population simply does not believe the official line. Actually, while we're on this topic, there isn't. We'll continue the house in a bit. But while we're on this topic, there's this really interesting line about Svetlana. What's her last name? I can't remember. Anyway, Stalin's daughter, right? Svetlana. What was her last name? Oh, I can't remember the exact quote. Actually, I'll just. She escaped from India to the U.S. Yeah, there we go. She was very anxious to explain how, having arrived in the West, blind with admiration for the free world, right? So, like, blind with admiration for the free world. He had come to believe that the US and the USSR were morally equivalent. And part of the reason, and it says here, is that we've talked about this before, where a group of people who define themselves as not that, in this case, not communists, are able to convince themselves and to indoctrinate themselves in that everything associated with democracy and etc. is just perfect. Able to delude themselves into thinking that what they want is perfect. Obviously, that is not true, right? But democracy is messy. But the simple fact that it's all out in the open makes it better than, or I should say, compared to the. Yes, exactly. That's the example I was going for, but I'm not going to bring that up right now. Eventually, she lost her idealism for the West after witnessing it first. And you can kind of. Oh, I kicked my computer there. We're all good? We're all good. You can kind of see why she did, right? Because obviously she had unrealistic expectations of what democracy was, and so it was never going to be. There we go. It was never going to be realistic, right? Simply because she was expecting something that simply was not real, and for lack of a better word, that's tragic. Tragic. Well, I mean, she lived her life. She that's all I will say on that matter. And then we will. Actually, I wonder if we can take some creative licensing and just extend this a little bit further. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. All right. Let's extend this a little bit further. Well, we are lucky in that we're able to do this, right? Like, our ability to sit here and chat like this is very much one of the defining features of democracy and capitalism. Yes. Can you have democracy without capitalism? Oh, that's an excellent question. That is actually an excellent. I think not. Because socialism doesn't really work on humanity. We're not at the point where we can live in a socialist utopia simply because of inherent greed, right? And so if we're unable to live within a socialist utopia, then I guess the question is, okay, this is a really deeply held question. 20 minutes. Can we have democracy without capitalism? I don't think so. I can't see that work for sort of all sorts of human reasons. Well, think of it this way, right? Think of it this way. It's not so much capitalism that's at fault, but rather that socialism doesn't work. And so, if we were to talk about a socialist society, in a socialist society, think of society in 1970s, pre-Thatcher Britain, right? Like, this was the exactly. Socialism without complete objective education simply does not work. I cannot see that working for all sorts of complex and really boring reasons, but it simply will, like, I will stand by that, right? So you can fight me if you want, I will stand by that. Like, I would love it if socialism worked. Don't get me wrong. I think at the end of the day, from each according to his need, his or her need, to each according to their need, from each according to their ability, is the way to do things. And I think people are capable of much more than they tend to display, right? So I think from each according to his ability is actually the best way for humanity to work. But we are lazy. You guys are lazy. You guys know yourself well enough to know that when I call you lazy, you're all lazy little are all lazy. You know it. And so socialism doesn't work if we're able to embrace our laziness. And therefore, what's this? That is sand, right? We'll do that for now. Or no, we'll do this. Fight me if you want. 1 quick second. No, that wasn't someone coming to fight me. No, no, no. Here we go with our Thatcherism again. Um, well, I mean, to me, that is the key of communism, right? Like, you have to, if everyone does actually give according to their ability, then I think there is nothing wrong with communism. But people don't work like that. People will take advantage of others if they can. That is unfortunately what humanity does. And so when that's the case, then you cannot have a socialist utopia, right? And especially uh, when a lower a less educated workforce is there to be taken advantage of by unscrupulous union leaders, right? By unscrupulous leaders in general, and so it and so that's why I say you cannot have um, a democracy with socialism, because in a socialist economic system you have more people that are there is stagnation and therefore unrest. Water in Minecraft looks like slimes. Also, hi Quacharu, right? What was I saying? Right. In a socialist system, you by necessity. Okay. By 27. So we won't be able to finish this house today. We'll finish it next week. Socialist systems, by definition, are a bit are developed a little slower than capitalist for obvious reasons. This depending on demographics can lead to building unrest, which is then easily taken advantage of by populists. Therefore, democracy not thrive. Let's see, democracy can sort of struggle on, but it cannot strive within a purely socialist I will stand by that. I will stand by that. You can we can have a proper long debate. If you want, come over. We'll have some drinks. We might even make a forum out of it, given how much involvement there is currently in this particular discussion. So I think it's certainly worth discussing. One quick second. Okay. There we go. Okay. I think this plan has actually become bigger than I first imagined. It will probably work. Actually, yeah, we'll extend this house back a little. We'll put up the walls on the side. Yeah, this will work. This will work. Good. I think it's a. My voice just cracked there. Just ignore that. I think it's a good discussion. I think it's definitely worth discussing. Just simply because this is something that's, I feel like, been keeping a lot of you awake at night, right? Like, imagine being taught by someone half your age. I think those of you who are managing it are managing it quite nicely, and so there is much respect for that. I have a lot of respect for that. to not simply dismiss my opinion out of hand, I think we've made a lot of progress. Actually, a lot of you, maybe a year ago, probably wouldn't have. Right? Let's be quite honest. I know most of you quite well, and I know how you would have reacted. Let's say about a year ago. To being awed by me. Okay. Let me just write this down and then we'll be done for the day. We don't want to be stupid. And I can't actually fault you for thinking that, right? Because my boy Bill really made a hash of it. Remember when we discussed Archegos and how it turned out that I had to look up the name, and it turns out the name was actually a byword for Jesus, and now we know that Bill was a whew. I did not expect Bill to turn out like that. I'll put it that way, right? So yeah, it, that resonates. That resonates. Yes, I'm glad that you don't want to turn out to be the next Bill Huang. That's very nice. Oh, you know what we should do? We should turn this into a secret entrance to a superhero cave. Like just this. But then that would be beyond the point of our little of our little beach house, right? We'll finish the beach house first, and then you guys can take a vote on it to see if we should turn it into a super villain hideout. There's nothing wrong with superheroes, okay? You can be a hero. I'm okay with that. You don't all have to be villains. Villains don't have more fun than heroes. Okay, maybe they do, but like... Oh, good point. Let me put this in... Yeah, I'll just put this part in, and then we'll be done for the day. And I respect you for not wanting to be Bill Huang. Yes, absolutely, 100%. Mad respects. I hope you can accept that. What brought that up? That is so funny. Okay, yeah, let me write this down actually. What timing was that? That was at 33 minutes. I respect you, muses, for not being Elon Musk. And I respect you for not being Bill. Oh, okay, that's sweet. Thank you. Okay. That's very kind of you. Okay, anyway, so we have the foundations for our beach house. Fantastic, great, wonderful. Okay, we're done for today. Do we have any final questions before I go? No? Or, okay, those questions, but those questions can wait. Okay. That question can wait. What are we doing tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday. We're doing drinks and we're going to walk around Japan again. I think we'll continue our trip around Lake Biwa, actually. Let me just... This. Oh. That was good. Ooh, that's a bad button. Okay, good. We are done for today then. yeah, I'll address those later. Yes, good, good, good. Okay, thank you very much for watching. In conclusion, please download Firefox, please don't do Chrome, and I shall see all of you tomorrow for more drinks, I suppose, and walking around like people. Bye now. Wait, what? Okay, yeah, good.